I'm Bambi Francisco with this segment of Lessons from Entrepreneurs, and I'm speaking with Eric Gonzales. He's the founder and CEO of Ujogo. It's an online poker site. Eric, this is the first time you are experiencing this, being an entrepreneur.
That's right.
And so give us three pieces of advice to the Vader community about what you're learning.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could impart, but I'd say one of them is that for me, making the transition from VC to entrepreneurship, which is a fairly unusual one, was really driven by my passion for what I'm doing. I mean, I've always been into games. I was a chess master in college. I played competitive backgammon, and I've more recently taken up poker fairly seriously. And it's just focusing on something I love has just been fantastic, and I'm having a great time, working harder than ever. But I really recommend for any entrepreneur that you really follow your heart and do what you love, and I think results will follow. I would say secondly, we have a fairly unusual kind of company in that there's a lot of legal grayness about it. I mean, people that hear about what we're doing, somewhat like what your first reaction was, is how can that be legal, or is it really legal? And so what I'd recommend to entrepreneurs that are maybe in a similar situation is to certainly get great legal advisors, and we have some of the best in the world working with us, like Tony Cabot, who's the foremost authority for internet poker worldwide, based in Las Vegas, and he's been immensely helpful in helping us structure our company to avoid a lot of the potential legal pitfalls and issues. And I'd say, beyond that, I think what we ran into in raising our first round of capital was that a lot of the institutional investors, because of the legal vagaries, were a little bit turned off by the potential risk. And so I would just say, be open and flexible to other maybe non-traditional sources of capital as you go and raise money.
So one question for you, following on the risks associated with your business. So as you went through this fundraising, I'm sure you had a lot of naysayers saying that this is too risky, too complicated.
Sure.
The legal environment is not going to be. It's going to be a headwind, not a tailwind.
Yes.
So how did you respond? How did you overcome all of the negative?
Well, I think, fundamentally, I sought out people who really shared the vision, who understood what we were doing and were equally passionate about what we were doing. And, one other thing, frankly, that I think is to our advantage by the fact that there is some legal grayness to what we're doing is that it's unlikely that institutional investors will fund a competitor. I mean, I had several VCs point blank tell me that, they thought what we were doing was flat out illegal. And my takeaway was, hey, that's great. That means I won't see competition from your portfolio.
If no one thinks there's an opportunity, that's a competitive advantage.
That's right, yeah.
Thanks for sharing your story.
My pleasure.
I've been speaking with Eric Gonzales. He is the founder and CEO of Ujogo. I'm Bambi Francisco.